Backstage, day 2 of 6 at the Austin City Limits Music Festival. We are joined by Declan McKenna. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So, how was it out there?
It was pretty good. I thought it was really fun. And, yeah, great crowd, good weather for it. Thought we played pretty good. Yeah, loved it.
Way back when, you joined us bright and early one morning during a South by Southwest to play in a hotel ballroom for
I remember
a
this.
bunch of folks.
With, like, Lucius and everything.
Yeah, and at that time, you had a big song, and things were moving real fast. And it's hard to process when things are moving that fast. And I feel like it's never really, maybe until the pandemic, slowed down for you.
Yeah.
Was the pandemic a chance to sort of take it all in? And
It actually was, yeah. And it kind of, you know, changed things. Like, I stopped touring. I was going to be touring kind of all that year, and changed my process with making music, allowed me to sort of think about what I wanted to do with the next step. Got me, like, not like passively thinking about the way I was working on things, because I was sort of doing stuff from home. It was not without its challenges, but you know, I feel like I eventually wound up in the place I am now because of it. Like, with this new record and everything, it's really been inspired by having some time with myself, you know, to really dive into what I wanted to do with it, you know.
I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, that you're meticulous about everything, but yet leaving yourself open to adventure. And those are hard things to balance, but it seems like from the fashion to the show itself to the music itself, you know what this is supposed to be and are meticulous about that.
Yeah.
But also, it's not the same thing every time.
No, I care a lot about what it is, but what I don't like, what I think feels wrong to me is perfection, really. Like, I'm a perfectionist in the sense that I really care about, you know, the final product of whether it's music or whether it's a show or whatever, but I think that the energy is more important than, like, precision in a lot of ways, and I think this new record that I've made probably puts that on display the best, you know, compared to anything else I've done, because it has this sort of very raw, very direct feel to it, and yet, yeah, the sound is quite specific. It's quite it's taken time to hone in, but it hasn't been, like, overly perfected.
That record's coming out on February 9th. It is
Yes,
called
indeed.
What Happened to the Beach. I also get the impression that America's always been an important nut for you to crack. And, well, I mean, by the nature of the UK being a relatively small place, this is always where people want to make it happen. But how conscious early on were you of trying to make it here?
I think quite conscious, and to be honest, America was kind of the first, or one of the first places that really, like, took to me. When Brazil started doing well, it was, like, kind of in America first. And so, yeah, I don't know, it just always made sense to be out here because the opportunities were here, and it is very different touring here to touring in the UK. Like, you can just go, as we have done this year, like, on forever. Like, we've done over 40 shows. I think we have done over 50 shows in the US by the end of this tour. It's crazy. It's just, like, ridiculous the amount of shows we can play, and there's people every night, and, you know, they're really excited and all of that. So, like, it's kind of what it's all about, you know, at the end of the day. And, yeah, America is kind of just, yeah, it is. There's nowhere else you can really tour like it. So,
Is it also
it's always
maybe
been important to be out here, and it's made sense. People have really received us well.
Is it also maybe a little easier here because the attention is so focused in the UK? I feel like you're one of those guys that's a big star over there, where here you can roam around the festival and you'll be okay.
Yeah.
And there, it's...
It depends which festival, but
Okay,
yeah, it can
yeah.
be this, like Reading and Leeds. We just played out in the UK. I couldn't really roam about there unnoticed very easily.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But But yeah, it depends, and like as I say, like it's you know, just different here, and that's cool. Like it's still, we always have a crowd, and like that's, you know, that's what feels good at the end of the day, that there's people there on the receiving end, like listening to the music and jumping around and stuff. Like that's the thing that I care about, you know. And yeah, it's nice roaming around unnoticed when sometimes it can feel a little bit intense. But you know, I'm not having to have like bodyguards around me all the time just yet, which is nice.
All right. Well, you did play for a bunch of people. They did sing along. They did jump around, and that has happened.
And you were
here
right in the middle of it
at the Austin City Limits Music Festival. So, thank you for doing this.
No,
and
thank you.
again, the record's out February 9th. It's called "What Happened to the Beach." Declan McKenna here with us backstage at the Austin City Limits Music Festival. We'll bring you more interviews and performances across the next 5 days from here at the Austin City Limits Music Festival with Austin City Limits Radio.